مرحب مونسون. افا ليش؟ الاخبار موزون، عساك طيب؟ يا مرحبا فيك، اهلا وسهلا. ندخل رانك ماتش. السلام والرحمة، الحمد لله. شو اخبارك اكس 5؟ ما شاء الله. وعليكم السلام والرحمة. مساكم طيبين، يا مرحبا فيكم. خلنا نشوف راك ماتش اساس وعله. الحمد لله الحمد لله. شو اخباركم؟ طمنوني عنكم. شو الويكند كان وياكم؟ مختفين في الويكند. زين، حصلنا حد. نشوف شانلي. السعودية رباط. يلا نشوف لعبة كيف.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Shows the overhead. Starts off zoning with fireballs. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Holds out with the block. The low kick is blocked. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Nice solid counter. Knockdown with a super art connect. Blocks it just in time. They must have anticipated a super art coming. Was looking for that jump attack. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Springs forward.
Hello.
Player one picks up the first round.
اي والله كنت العب في تويتش نعم.
Shows a medium kick. Player two needs to use the court. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. You want to avoid blocking a drive impact near the corner because it'll result in a big wall splat even on block. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Spinning burst ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Gets the back throw to turn things around. Player two is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Crowns him from above.
ليش يقطع؟
Player two needs to use the threat of the... What a finish!
يا اخي اسوي صح ليش يقطع؟
Player one brings it home.
مو مشكلة بشوف الحين مرة ثانية بركز أكثر.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checks him with a projectile. Got their eye on the
تمام.
solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Saw that low heavy coming. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Anticipates the overhead. What are they thinking here? Strings it all together. Player one is just about out of drive after that. I'd like to see them
ليش ما يطلع
disparity to shift the tide of the fight to their side. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few players get.
شو في هالقص خربان شو؟
Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace.
ايوه تو طلع اوكي.
Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Gets scooped from down, fires on with a
خدعني.
rattles them with a spinning perch. Quick brief into Hadouken. The super doesn't hit. Player one is hit them with a stop and bomb. Goes into the stance. Player one looking to impress with this super. Hits a Tejranka. She's gonna give them a rabid beatdown for some serious damage. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Handing them in there. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
كنترول عندي هذا اختيار 2 خربان L2 قصدي. نشوف اوكي نشوف الحين. الامور طيبة. اوكي الحين ايوه الحين اوكي. عندي كان لاك شيء في النت. ايوه كيف عن لعب اصطناعي؟ ما فهمت عليك. هذا شوي حلو. لا لحظة. لا نوت شي. لا لا لا. اوكي هاي ضبطت. لحظة ركز شويتين. لا لا لا. لا كنت دخلت يا اخي ما جديدة هاي اسمعها. أول مرة اسمع يستوي لاج عندي. هذا لاج مش اصطنع، لاج مرة غلطت من دخلت عندنا. ايه بتسخني والله.
Player 1 with the life lead, knocked down. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The jump in is denied. Takes a trip. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Almost no drive gauge left. This round looks like it's over. Burnout activated in there.
أدري إن عنده لاج وايد بعد مش الشيء ترى.
They'll want to keep the pressure on.
حب أرسالين.
Immediate jump in. They trade hits, and now barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Burnout activates. Player baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Experiencing burnout. Uses the gauge for super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the kick hits. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back.
مشكلة في لاج حتى هو متأثر باللاج يبين في اللعبة.
This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin.
Well-timed
command throw there. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. On dangerous turf. Easy to get. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Knockdown. Holds out with the block. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Overdrive Hadouken. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Oh, talk about overextending. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 has the meter lead. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Barely blocks the jump in. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Keeps going. Looking to plant him with a pile drive. Drive gauge gap here. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Crowns them from above. Can they create enough? This could lead to some big damage. Okay, here we go. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. What are they gonna do? This is a critical moment. Drive them back
حلو
into
حلو
the
حلو
twilight
حلو.
zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
مو مشكلة اصبر نحاول. حلو.
Open with a jump
ما سخر.
where they think-
حرام.
Oh, this'll break 'em. Player one with a slight lead. Oh, yo, Rock, over here. Couldn't handle the heat on the ground, but now the drive rush. They are in a real what a finish.
سولت قرابين بس.
Gets the win
سخني
in a
مرتين.
convincing fashion.
يلا اوكي لاست حلو.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go.
حلو.
Got their eye on the air. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Cross-up blocked. Track that jump nicely. Denies that throw attempt. Shoots off a fireball up close. They hit each other. Nice cross-up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner.
حرام وسخيته.
No go.
حلو
Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something?
حلو حلو حلو.
Nice. Sees the combo through and
ممتاز.
takes the round. Player 2
خيه
takes the round like a thief
ليش
in the
انت
night.
محترم منو
What else
تقصد؟
can they get away with? Can't tech the throw. Jumps in. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They're going for the super
والله
hard.
سوالي.
Back down to earth with the Russian slam. Going in, player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive.
حلو.
Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Digs in deep to get that drive. That combo did decent damage. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Are we gonna see it?
والله زخني.
With a foul, no escaping that. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in for this one.
حلو. ما انتبهت له.
The last round. It's now or never.
لا ما علي ما علي.
Break the stalemate with a fireball. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Quick breather. Both fighters have a full super.
يا قراب ماله هاي مصيبة.
This is gonna hurt. Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. Will this super art do anything? All in with the rush. Next with the throw. Huge chance after that wall strike. Player 2.
حلو 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 حلو. دعسته. أنا اللي دعسته.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
لحظة هاي كامبو جديد أنا سويت. هذا في حد أوكي ممتاز يلا. هاندا هذا مصيبة. كله بلسات عنده. حتى أنا كنت متوقع إني أخسر بس فزت. أخونا من الكويت الله يحييه ويبقيه. شو اسمه والله ما لحقت على اسمه. RKBQ.
What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. What are they thinking here? Still slugging it out here. Backs them into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can take
خدعني والله.
to do damage here. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. And And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Coming through. Hold your breath. Picture perfect punish count. Experiencing burnout. Takes a trip. At this range, many attacks can connect with
Hello.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 has the life advantage. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 show up force. Knockdown and side switch in the corner. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning to promote. Now that is
بياني من هنا.
judgment goes unpunished. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
لا ما في تنمر.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
يلا نشوف
We're finally
الحين.
ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. That overhead was a bit obvious. Trips him up. Tons of drive and health to work with. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. The jump in is denied. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how... burnout active KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Oito throw. You can't let him close in like that. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Anti-air drops him. Butt smash. Blocks it. Barely blocks the jump in. They exchange blows. Drops him hard. Delivers the pain right to the
لا يا ريو لا.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Pokes with a kick. Scrap drops them from the air. Throw is denied. What a read. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. What's wrong? Get up. Play a drive rush. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? All in with a rush. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack.
Hello, سخني.
Hold up, it's the final bout. Pack it up. This match might be over. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta seize the overhead coming. Will they gamble something? The drive impact doesn't work. High tech bears a burnout.
Yeah.
You're grounded. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
أنا مستخدم باري وياه. لا 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 يلا نشوف. كلامك صح، ما توقعت ان يهوندا عنده اللي هو النطحة هاي اني يزخني انا في الجو. شكلك تلعب موزون ستريت فايتر، ما دام عندك الخلفية يعني اكيد تلعب ستريت فايتر. هل انا صحيح يا مونزون؟ زنجير. ده عرب ساموراي. هلو مودرن بعد، يعني زر واحد انهي مسيرتك. هذا مستحيل تنقز عنده.
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. All right. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground.
Oh.
Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Burnout is triggered. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
يا اخي انا ما احب واحد يلعب زنجيف مودرن، احس اني مره ما اعرف العب.
Pokes with a medium kick. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Throws them to negate the block. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Going in. There's a wall slap. They can't do anything now. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Their will to win is really being tested here. Big opportunity. Experiencing burnout. In there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Goes for the jump in to start. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Manages to block the jump in attack. Both connects with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Player 1 is hits him with a stop and pop. Punish counter sets the table. Player 1 burns out. Charges up the plasma. What were they thinking? Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Can they make the most of this? And they burn out in sync. Pokes with a kick. They're in range. We got this and lead to some big damage. What now? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Crowns them from above. This is a critical moment. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Who will set the bait at this range? Okay, nobody blink. This is gonna hurt.
استعجل.
Player 1 was definitely sweating during that well-earned win.
بس يلا اوكي. اوكي. بيطلع شو.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. The low. Brushes that off and keeps going. Spends the gauge on the drive rush.
يا اخي سويت شريك بوقت الصح بس ما ادري كيف ما طلعت.
We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counter-offensive. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Risky up-close. It's too much. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps up. Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Jumps. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage.
يا هذا الزر.
A quick breather. No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. A super art? Goes for the jackhammer on the cyclone lariat, prioritizing the side switch over damage. Any mistake here is gonna all in with a rush.
ادري اللي خسران بس شو اسوي؟ خسرت السوبر. والله ما اعرف اللي ما اعرف شو النصيحة اعطيك اياها. شو ما فرمني. طيب كيف نقص شي؟ ايه
looking for a hole. Who will force the other's hand? Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. All in with a rush. Hopes with a kick. Oh, here we go. Chucks the fireball to continue their hold over their goal. Links it. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Gets into perfect fireball range. Fireball pressure, trying to wear down the opponent. A jump drops though. Wall splat into the guard break. Player 1 has a full drive gauge, but is on the. I called it! I called it! Excellent read. The super's blocked. Not good. Player 1 uses that wall pressure. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
والله ما اعرف اقول لك انا صراحة المودرن صراحة اخاف منهم وايد اخاف لان الزر واحد يمسك مثلث بس يزخ يسوي قراب. ايه والله شكرا ما قصرت يا موزون على دعمك القناة. الكامب حلو وفي حركة يسمونها مايكرو ووك. ايه والله انا كنت مندمج في اللعبة الله يحييكم. لا يكون هو نفسه انه هو ايوه هو نفسه بس هالمرة بحاول ادخل فيه وايد ما ادري. حلو.
Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Taking stock. Blocks the jump in. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Projectile to try and change the situation. No more drive gauge. Takes a trip. Going on the offensive? Player 2 need this stun might mean the end of this round. This is a critical point of the round where they just
around
with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 picks up the always
important first
round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Was looking for that jump attack. Butt smash. Jumps in. Jumps up. Charges forward. Scrapping it out up, but going on the offensive.
والله
Player
خيبة.
one, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Experiencing burnout. Player
شو
one
هذا؟
dire straits with burnout. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. The overhead denied.
خيبة.
Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
ما عرفت تتحكم وياها
Right back
الايهون
into
ده.
the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Player two chases them down. Cross up blocked. Track that jump nicely. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Parries the jump in to shut it down. Trips him up. Denies the attack and... Alright. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The jump in is denied. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Alright, what's coming up next?
خيبة. يا اخي والله مصيبة طلع هذا.
Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Rushing attack to start. That's a nice way to get stuff. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Jumps in. Decides to meet them in the air. Good judgment there. Launches them. Player one hits them with a stop and pop.
والله خشعني.
Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. There it is. They knew it'd be enough.
الريستريم عندي رسائل متأخر.
That was a clinical
برنامج الريستريم هذا توصل لي رسائل متأخر فعلا. نايس والله. لعبة قوة هذا بس ما عرفت له. دقيقة. كنت إذا فتحت يوتيوب بيكون رسائل أسرع. يا أخي والله اللي عاوزني يهون ده ما أعرف كيف أمسكه. كليبت في يوتيوب شي؟ أنا عبالي من ريستريم يعني ذاك يوم. ليش استعجلت؟ ما عندنا. وين حكمة اليوم؟
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
ليس مرتب اللي هو راتب. حلو.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. No good up high. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Uh-oh. Falls short. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Player two is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Alright.
يا أخي شو يا؟
Next. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Life lead opens up. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. The super doesn't hit. They trade hits. And now, experiencing burnout.
حلو عرفني بس سوبر بينجز زخيته.
Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two.
Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off? Jumps in. The jump in is denied. Hits them with a stop and pop. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Big opportunity coming. looking for a chance. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished.
حلو حلو حلو.
That was a clinic on how a solid video game wins matches.
احط هاشتاج تحت البثور. ايه اوكي. طلع زعل مني قال ما عنده نت. اوكي هذا طلع. احط هاشتاج مثلا شو ستريت فايتر. هذا نت اوكي. شان لي. فهمت قصدك. نعم فهمت يا اكس 5 وال5 اكس بحريني بيت فورس بلاتينيوم 4 ما شاء الله يعني احسن عنه. نشوف.
They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Forward throw to continue the pressure. Powerful play there to keep their options limited. Hold your breath. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Taking stock. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Holds out with the block. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
لعبة ثقيلة.
We're in the final moments of the round. Both fighters are playing around with a full drive gauge too. Overdrive Hadouken.
Oh.
With a decisive combo. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Blocks it.
Hello.
Stop and pop. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Their drive gauges are looking bare. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. They just said, get that jump in, out of it. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They're backed up into the corner. They're going for the super hard. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 2 needs to hold out until there's a burnout.
Yeah.
At a standstill. What's the play here? Not much movement. Adds a bit of OD spice. Doing some quick planning? The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. They gotta dig down deep. What's that? Turns out. What a finish! Player 2 was an
حكيمون. نعم حكيمون. طيب طلع اشياء. يا اخي هاي الحركة ايوه هاي اللي بسويها. لا مش شي. ايوه هاي الكامبو. ما تنفع شي. لازم تحت فوق تحت ميديم كيك. اوكي ليش سويت؟ هاي بعد تنطط. انا هاي اللي بسويها. شوف ايه عارف اسوي هاشتاج عارف. شوف يكون هو نفسه. ايوه هو نفسه.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Denies the attack and, well, they managed to escape the corner. but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that, finding it tricky to manage their drive. Butt smash! Both are just hanging on by a thread, but their drive gauges are a different story. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Jumps!
شو هذا؟
Hitting him with a smart stuff. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Shows the medium kick. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both fighters having a full super art gauge means positioning is critical here. What'll happen here? Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Nice block on super art. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars.
عرفت انه ما بيوقف، تم بيسوي برشر علي لين ما اموت.
The real fight starts now. Cross up. Impact squashed. Jumps up. Anything off the smash? Quick sets up with the jump in. Drive impact misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player sees the overhead coming. Player 2 has the super gate. Oh, reversal. Player 2, this can lead to some big damage. Okay, here we go. Oh, they changed sides. Keeps him out. 100 hands. Amazing. Crowns him from above. Player 2. Oh, noticeable life lead. This is gonna hurt. Denies the jump in. A jump in burns the gauge to turn a big.
الضربة اللي وصلني والله.
Really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
اوكي.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Oicho! Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. They trade hits, and now taking stock. Player 2 picks up the always important first round.
الله كريم.
Wants to keep the ball rolling.
غسلني غسيل ياسمين.
Jumps up. Going on the offensive? Oh, they're in the corner now. No running. Burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Oicho. Knockout and player 2 KO. Well, listen.
نعمل معك تسوي يا شو.
You're locked in.
مرحبا مزان، حياك الله. ليش شي؟ ايوه
Here comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the
يلا
same
اخر واحد
character.
هذا يلا.
Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Still slugging it out here. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Player 1 chased down to the wire. KO. Player 1 picks picks up the first round.
راح
That'll give them a
الهوندا، لا والله ما
psychological
قدرت له، ما اعرف كيف اسلوب الهوندا اصلا كله برشر.
Shows the medium kick. Gets the jump in. Overdrive Hadouken. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player one is their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. A quick breather. Risky up close scrap still going. Pokes with the medium kick. Busts that off and keeps going. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player one will look to him. It's a good spot to use the super. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. Player forward rush. What now? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Drive rush. Player wraps it up with a throw. Player one survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The low heavy is denied. The attack is parried. Parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. They knew that throw was coming. These two fighters are perfectly synced. Throws them. What's next? Checks them with the projectile. Big counter. Burnout activates. Goes for the super in there. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps. Dashes forward. Medium kick hits. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Shows the medium kick. What's the next move? Opts to continue the attack with the drive. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Both fighters planning something? Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Oh my god, what a throw test! Like, this is gonna hurt. They gotta dig down deep. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Hits that with punch. What a finish! Player one comes away
يا
with the
الله،
win.
مش راضي يوصل فوق 30,000، ما ادري شو السالفة.
Here comes a new challenger.
ريو.
It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Maintain composure. Hold your breath. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Knockdown. Burnout is triggered. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. All right, what's coming up next? Player one has completely used all of their... Burnout activates. They may need to spend some meter here in order to close out this round. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Good job blocking the jump in. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances.
Round two.
Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. That drive impact doesn't get through. Forcefully closes the gap. Player two chases them down. Knockdown and scrapping it out up close. Opts to continue the attack with the drive, experiencing burnout. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Player two has a full drive. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything.
شوريوكن عادي، ما يحتاج تسوي سوبر اصلا، ليش سويت سوبر؟
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Start things corner. What all in with the rush. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Ooh, what a smart throw. Burns out. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Ryu brings that MD and whooping ass to work. And betting it all on the drive run. Oh, here we go. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Burns the gauge to turn up the heat.
حرام.
Player 2 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. The overhead denied. Are you
حرام والله. سويت له هذا كنت بزخه.
comes away with the win.
مو مشكلة الحين ما بستهين فيه. طلع لعيب.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Overdrive a go. Jumps barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Low heavy hits. Player 2 is in burnout. Drive goes for the super art. Perfect time to spend the meter. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy hand. Oh, hits them with a stop and pop. They don't. Burnout activates. Player 1 sneaks in the throw. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they
عيب
get away
عليك
with?
يا أخي.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Overdrive Hadouken. Medium kick hit. Goes for the jump in. Uses the gauge for a super art. The big flex. The broken jaw. Big Shoryuken. Player springs forward with the drive rush. But anticipated that throw. Okay, here we go. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Rushes that off and keeps going. Breaks it.
حلو
Comes off
حلو
the tank
حلو
and
حلو.
scores the win. Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best.
يا تعلم حركاتي ومبين. عشان كذا صغير اسلوب اللعب.
Right
ما
back
تم نفس
into the
الاسلوب.
rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps up, grabs them. Player 2 chases them down. Hits with the overhead. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. There's a corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Oh! Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gear, experiencing burnout. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Very solid corner switch.
اوه سوالي لايت قد بيمسك.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll
ممتاز
want to
يلا.
put the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out,
لا
getting
سويت
that
هذا.
opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive resets, experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Inku Hadouken. Gotta be careful all the throw connects. Manages to block the jump in attack. Medium kick going in. Zones with the fireball. Looks to add more pressure, drops them from the air. They gotta dig down deep here. Amazing! Oh my god!
حلو حلو.
Player 2 comes away with the win!
لا 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 لا. يلا لاص.
Here comes a new challenger.
هو نفسه شو؟ لا
This is a mirror match,
البحريني.
which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Trips him up. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Blocks the low heavy.
في لاج بسيط
Takes them
جدا.
all the way to the finish. Taking stock. KO.
ايه شو يتمسخر هذا شو؟
Player 2
ولا
picks up the
مسخر.
first round.
يلا اوكي.
That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes to the overdrive. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Punish counter. This could lead to something big. A drive impact. Player 1 chases them down. Scrapping it out up close. Connects with medium kick. Player rushes it off and keeps going. Burnout activates. Uses the gauge for a super art. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. What's wrong? Get up. We have super arts on deck. Throws them. A quick breather. Clutch anti-air.
حلو 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 حلو.
Player 2 gained a hard-fought victory there.
نايس 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 نايس.
Right back into the
تركيز
rematch.
ملاكم
We
ها.
ain't even close to done yet.
يلا بنشوف.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see it down to the wire. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Gets through the opening. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Can they exploit this advantage? Goes for the fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Did well to get the buff in there. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Squeezes the gauge. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Life lead opens up.
حلو هالكامبو.
Holds out with the block.
حلو هالكامبو. اوفر هيد لايت بانش شوريوكن بلايت.
They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Connects with medium kick. Jumps in. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Oh, what's this? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Not much life difference. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage.
لا مش هالفص.
It drops hard. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. They're spacing all in with a rush.
زخني والله.
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best.
لعيب طلع. انا استعيد ما توقعت يعرف الحركة طلع يعرف. انا مستغرب من هالزر ما يطلع ليش. ايوه ساعتي طمرت. شوف اوه ماريسا.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
شكله عديم الرقم هذا.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Low heavy hits. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Blocks the jump in. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. A drive impact sticks the combo. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Projectile to try and change the situation. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Taking stock. And fold for the throw! That's what they came for! Knockdown. Player one will have to fight back here without any drive. Medium kick hit. Side switch in the corner. A quick breather.
خطافة الحين والله ما ضربت.
Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Grabs them. Good work staying in throw range there. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Player one is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Going in. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the impact. Not in there. We're going into the final round tied up.
Hey,
Which
wallah.
player has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Big throw. That throw will do some good damage. Medium kick hits. Amazing! Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Scrambling here to avoid that corner. Wrecks them. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Oh, yo! Super here? Okay, here we go. Oh man, crowns him from above. Turns out. Player one can't use any drive through. Gotta play. Are you kidding me? Player two is gonna be watching replays for this one for a
على
while.
وشك كانت تدعسني والله.
Really took it down to the wire. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Come for them with a phalanx. Medium kick. Neither of them willing to back off here.
والله لفقت تسوي حماية.
The target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. All right, player one is just about out of drive after that. Managing their drive gauge well here can open up a lot of good chances for them later in the round. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Player two chases them down, takes a trip. What's their game plan?
اوه لحقه.
The wire. Baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Oh, it's a good spot to use the super
Mashallah.
closure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player one with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Overdrive Hadouken. Shows the medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking the jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open.
ايه بيسرعها.
This is gonna be bad news. Looks like they both relied a lot on their drive arms. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Medium kick hits. What'll happen here? Looking for a chance.
لحظة لحظة.
One chance here may end this match. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Just goes for it at this range. And dashes out the
لا
gate
حرام
right
حرام حرام.
there. Knockdown. Here comes
والله حرام.
that anti-air. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
للأسف فازت علي. اوكي لاست. طلع للأسف. انت بواجهه. يا الله طلع. لحظة لا 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 يا ريت. تنمر على حدنا. لا هني ما تستوي. حلو. لا حلو شي صح. لا لا شوريوكن. لا شوريوكن بدل. لا 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 ايه بيبي شارك ليش يا اخي؟ هوس بالغلط هوس بالغلط استعجلت. شيف من هند والنعم.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Definitely shuts out the jumping. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. All right. Who's it gonna be? Throws him down. What's the play here? Player 2 chases them down. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Neither of them is willing to back off here. Takes a trip. From up above. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Experience KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. What do you can? Closes the gap. Both fighters planning something? There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Max SA blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 needs to use the predator. Burnout activates. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Smart play with the throw. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Unfazed by the switch and block. Finds the target. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Doing some quick planning. Throws a fireball. Drives it back, misses. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight.
نعم يا ابو فانوس.
Decides not tries to rush in without a plan. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Jumps up. A trade. Now what? Max and links it. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player, there's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Flip turns out.
يا ابوي هاللاق العوزني.
Only 50% life left. What's next? Player 1 can't let this simmer. Finds the target. No! Stand off the wall! Player 1 with the rhythm. There's a burnout.
لا خلص الطاقة.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
بس منو؟ مو مزعل انك بس من الثلاثي.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows a medium kick. Backs away. Rushes that off.
اوب بسرعة.
They can open up this round big by converting this punishment. What's the play here? Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Shoots off a fireball up close. Life lead opens up. All right, what's coming up next? Experiencing burnout. Jimmy kick for a mix-up.
حلو.
The kick hits. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Flashes them. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Long, low attack hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Down to the wire. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. The big flex, the broken jaw, Shin Shoryuken! What's wrong? Get up! Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win? Reads the jump in perfectly. Jinrai kick for a mix-up.
حلو.
A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starts things off with a jump in. Connects with medium kick. They're laying into each other. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this cage disparity. The low block. Both sides getting ready. Looking for a hold. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Medium kick into.
Hello.
Cage right there.
Shoryuken.
It's a bad situation to be in. Amazing. Breaks it off. Crowns him from above. Sets up with the jump in. Here comes. I called it.
ادريك بتزخ.
Player 2 made some.
شو صار ركب تحكون تزعلون تحكون تزعلون. صار واحد من الاثنين. لاني تورطت وياكم.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back.
حلو.
Drops them from the air. They're trading attack charges forward. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. That was a solid anti-air. No good up high. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. The jump in takes a big gamble and KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Keeping them away. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
اوه حرام.
Needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire hose. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 2 holding on hits him with a stop and bomb. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. How did they read that throw? Looking for a chance, sets up with the jump in.
حلو.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
انا ما يخصني فيكم، كل واحد يعطي اسم الثاني كيفكم.
I don't have time to play. What are you waiting for?
اول واحد احمد محسن، ثاني سمك نيل، ثالث عاد نختار مون. اي واحد اوفر واتش؟ لا والله ما العب اوفر واتش. انا مليت من ستريت فايتر، بغير اللعبة. يلا كل واحد يختار لعبة اللي يبغى يلعبها. بس بهذا يعني يكتب لي ار بي جي اكشن، ار بي جي اكشن فايتنج مغامرات، اي شيء ما عدا فيرست بيرسون. يعني لا تقول اوفر واتش كول اوف ديوتي والسوالف. اقول لكم ترى لا اوفر واتش ولا كول اوف ديوتي. لا ما اعرف رويال روسي. هذا الالعاب اللي عندي الله يحفظكم. هذا مكتبة الالعاب. هاي لعبة طفولتي، ما ادري كانت تعرفون ذا ليجند اوف ذا دراجون. كنت وايد اذاني يمكن صغير. تم بعد هاي لعبة ممتازة بس مظلومة. ايه ليش ما اخذتم هاي؟ نلعب هاي. حد يعرف هاللعبة؟ ديفل ماي كراي. اذا تبى ديفل ماي كراي تعالي في تويتش، لان ديفل ماي كراي ليفل 18 سنة وفوق. اختار تجريبا وش اسوي عندي؟ هيك حياك الله. ما نباه. ليش العابي غريبة؟ للأسف ما لعبته، بس شفت لعبة 2D جي تحمس واشتريته. خلنا نشوف الستور. هاي لعبة ما لعبتها بس كنت خاطر ألعبها. ستار ووشن، ما ادري حد يعرفه. جنشن امباكت والله صراحة لعبة ممتازة. لعبة اللي تستمتع فيها حتى لو ما تدفع فيها ولا ريال. صراحة جنشن اللي مسوينا أنا أحييه الصراحة. خاطر ألعب جوست تشيما بعد. لا ما يخص، أنا مش إني ألعابي طفولية، بس إن كيف أقول لك، ما أحب اللي ما أقدر أبث الأشياء اللي حق النفس هذا هدانيه. كاليستو لعبة حلوة ممتازة لعبتها وهذا، وذا ويتشر. بس شو المشكلة ما تنم تبث في اليوتيوب، يعني ما أحب أبث هالأشياء في اليوتيوب. أوكي هذا طلبت الشريط بس بعدها ما وصل، بس يبث عليه. أنا أشوف اليوتيوب لا لا ما يخصه. في اليوتيوب ما أحط الأشياء فوق يعني 16 وفوق، ما أحط 18 وفوق. هاي الألعاب اللي في اليوتيوب. أما في تويتش لا، أوكي بحط الأشياء اللي عادي يعني في تويتش أحس. دارك سولز أنت عندي ديمون سول هني اللي هو نسخة بلاي ستيشن 5. هاي لعبة حلوة، الشيك اوف كلانك. يبغى اسوي تجربة هاي. اللعبة شكلها حلوة. ايفل وذن جربتها، حلوة ممتازة، بس ما مسوي بث على نطلع فوق، في شيء غلط تحت كان. ما أحب أبث هالأشياء في اليوتيوب، يعني ألعاب اللي عمرهم 18 وفوق ما بث في اليوتيوب. اللي تحت ال 16 وفوق أوكي، حتى 16 وتحت، أنا 16 وتحت نازل أوكي. يعني حتى الألعاب يخص الأطفال بعد. ما أدري، أحس إن اليوتيوب وايد متشددين في السوالف. ما أدري، أنا أستغرب إن في ناس يحطون يلعبون ريزنت ايفل يلعبون هالأشياء. أنا الصراحة ما أتشجع أبدا، ما أتشجع. أوكي في اليوتيوب أوكي بحط، ما عندي أي مشكلة أي إشكالية، بس يوتيوب لا. لعبت بلاد بورن على البلاي ستيشن 4، أيام بلاي ستيشن 4. هاي لعبة تشبهها، أنت كنت وياي كنت ألعب، للأسف ما ختمتها، وقفت عنها وما أدري أسوي، ما أعرف. أعطوني اسم شي لعبة جديدة أبى أحط في تجربة الألعاب الجديدة اللي موجودة حاليا في السوق. خلنا نشوف في الستور شو الألعاب اللي موفرة. والله سأفكر في داي شجاع بوني. بلس سوق ايوه. عندك هذا 5 اكتوبر. شوف هذا 18، يعني ودي العبها واسوي عليها بث. شو هذا؟ هذا المفضل عندي، جي ار بي جيز، ار بي جي الياباني. ما ادري تحبونها نوع من الالعاب؟ ترى يا هاي بعد دا شجاع هذو، بس تقييمه 3. ليش شي جرافيك؟ تحسه فيه علة. بوران. بدي العب واختم هاللعبة. اي نوع تقصد؟ انا ما اعرف. دارك سول كان 18 16. شوف دارك سول اقدر العبها، القاها في اليوتيوب. سكيرو بعد 16 اعتقد، ولا 18 سكيرو. سايبر بانك الله يسلمك فيها بيرسون. والله لو كان تيرد بيرسون نفس ذا ويتشر كان لعبت. زي نوع تبه ذكرني. كلاسيك. هاي ار بي جي لوب 8. ما حسيت ار بي جي، حسيتها شي دراما كلها كلام. لا ار بي جي ولا طلع. سيفو هي عارفة، اللي هي نفس اللعبة الصينية هاي أو ياباني. هاي بعد ترى إياها. هاي كيف أسوي على تجربة وتختيم لعبة. أنا شفت الأنمي هذا، يعني ما أقول لك إنه ممتاز بس حلو كان، يعني جيد جدا أو جيد. شو لعبة دوم أشوف عنها إعلانات وهذا. لعبة بطايق ار بي جي. ترى في ناس جي تموت عشان تستنى يستوي شايب. أظن كل ما يستوي شايب يستوي أقوى. بوغاتو. هذا متى بينزل؟ السنة الجاية أعتقد 24. بنهاية شهر 1. يعني بينزل هذا بلعب فيه، عقب بخلص بينزل فاين فانتسي، عقب بلعب فاين فانتسي. ما ادري تكون العاب هذا لعبة انست. لا ما اعرف، اكتب لي بالانجليزي. شوف انا العاب البطايق احب اكثر شيء يوغي. وعندك هاي يسمونه اللي نازل على الايباد لما شركة بليزر، كان شيء اسمه عندي في التلفون دقيقة، كنت العبها وايد في التلفون. هاردستون. هاردستون كنت العبها، كنت وايد مدمن على الهاردستون، بس مش كثر يوغي. هذا كم معطينا؟ 16. 16. والله ناوي على هاللعبة. اكتب لي على الاسم بالانجليزي اكس انستريكشن. اللي بلعب هاي. ولا تكون هذا. المناها شو مناها؟ هاي شكل لعبة ار بي جي، ما ادري غريبة، اول مرة اشوفها. يمكن بيت بعد جديدة. ايه في ار. هاي نزلت. موجودة هنا في البلاي ستيشن هاللعبة؟ لا ما أعرف دكتور محمد. هاي تقصد؟ يما والله ممتاز.
What the fuck?
خلص بنزلها وبجربها، موجودة على بلس ببلاش. هاي اللعبة كنت متحمس لها، ما يندر نزلت ما نزلت. السي دي مش الديجيتال. ايه ب105. انا اشوف سي دي موجودة هاي. كيف يعني حرق؟ الحوض أحمر هو أهم شيء. ما فهمت عليك. يلعب هارت ديفل في فيلج. ما أشوف الأسعار اللعبة. هذا الجزء الأول. ايه عندي، بس للأسف في أشياء ما أسويها عليها بث الألعاب. ما مشكلة، يا رب اوقف بث شوية الحين. والله في العاب شي كرنجة، ما اقول لك لا، كلامك صح 100%. انا ساعات اخاف من، حتى ساعات يكون عمره اقل، يعني تستغرب يحطوا لك مثلا 12 سنة، يوم تلعب اللعبة تكتشف لا ما ينفعك 12 سنة اللعبة. ما ادري كيف فهمك، وفي كذا فيديو انا سويته مسحته. مع السلامة. حتى انا بوقف البث الحين، ان شاء الله نشوف ممكن العب انا هذا حاليا بتويتش ويوتيوب. 12 سنة ممتاز، نجرب هاللعبة ان شاء الله.